Hey, hi. So, today I decided to talk about a really important topic, addiction. And also cook you guys one of my favorite cakes, and it's a really easy recipe. Anyways, here I am, let me get the ingredients.
Alright, so we have some condensed milk that I have also boiled for 3 hours. It didn't turn out perfect, but it's okay, it will work. We have some butter. We have some cookies. They don't have to be these ones specifically. I've never tried making with these cookies, but we're gonna see how it works out. And some chocolate. That's the only chocolate I have at the house, so.
Yeah, anyways, addiction. I don't know why I'm so nervous talking about this. Some of the addictions that I wanted to talk about are TikTok, aka YouTube Shorts, and Instagram Shorts, or Reels, or whatever they're called, because I'm cool and TikTok is for kids. My attention span is pretty bad already as it is, and I can't tell you the exact reason, but I am so addicted to TikTok. I just call it TikTok, okay? Because I need something to stimulate my brain and make me not think about everything that's going on in the world right now. For your information, right now I live in America. For the past 3 years, I lived in Russia. So, you know, I get both sides, both countries that are kind of like... And so, because of that, I kind of stay on TikTok, watch my cat videos, relax and stuff like that, but that's not gonna change the situation. And honestly, the more I watch, the more news there are, and I'm trying to avoid it, but in a healthy way where I know what's going on, but I just don't let it be a 24/7 thing. I've been trying to quit watching TikToks all the time, and the timer method really helped me. That's when you set a timer and are like, I'm gonna do something else when the timer rings. But a really important thing about that is having something to do afterwards. Like right now I spend the last like 3 hours on TikTok because again I was job searching, if you see my last video, and that raised my anxiety really bad because it's been a long time. Yeah, and I was in a cycle of 10 more minutes for like 2 or 3 hours. I can't even tell. Then I was like, I really need to shower, but then I'm like, another addiction, I smoke. I'm like, if I want to go shower, I probably should smoke now because it's cold outside. So I did go smoking, and then I found another YouTuber that I used to watch, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch one of her videos, and then I watched that, which another thing that I'm doing to work with like the TikTok addiction and everything is trying to watch longer videos, because I've been watching TikToks for like the past 4 years and now my attention span just can't handle a 20-minute video, so I try to watch at least like 10-minute ones. People are saying to, you know, just sit in silence for 20 minutes. I can't do that. My brain just won't let me. So yeah.
For the butter, I think half a stick should be good. I don't know. I always do it just by eye, so this is just kind of like, you know, do what you gotta do kind of recipe. I forgot to melt the butter ahead of time, so here I am. I'm going to melt it on the pan. Okay. I hope there's no paper in it. Okay, looks good. 1 second. To melt the butter, you just gotta put it on low heat and let it chill out there for a couple of minutes. I don't think I have to show or explain that. Yeah. So, I'm gonna break up the cookies into pretty small pieces. I hate that I can't make you guys see what I'm doing and my face at the same time because of how the table is. But this is all I have right now, so bear with me.
Yeah, my TikTok addiction. For the past like 6 months, I've been trying to work on that, again, by watching long videos and stuff, and I feel like I'm making some progress, but right now, since I'm under a lot of stress, I'm kind of going back on the addiction. So that's not the best case scenario, but I'm trying, so I'm proud of myself for doing that. Yeah, it's just doom scrolling. Doom scrolling is the death of me. And honestly, I never thought that I would say that because I never really cared about how other people live their lives, but I've just been seeing a lot of content where it's like, I'm 20 and I made $1 million this second, and I'm like, I'm 20 and I can't find a fucking job and I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life and the world is fucking ending. Yeah, I don't know. My videos are kind of, again, me ranting, so yeah, I really don't know what else to say about that. Maybe another issue that I want to talk about is the raise of social anxiety that maybe again has to do with the doom scrolling. I feel like before, especially in 2020, when everyone was on TikTok, everybody kind of had the same topics that they talked about. But now I feel like everybody just kind of like moved on with their life and stuff, and I haven't, because for the past 3 years I've been trying to just survive. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people about the fact that you really can't compare yourself to other people because they didn't live the experiences that you lived through. Like, for context, I had this whole thing going on with my family where at 16 I got sent to Russia, and so I never got to finish my education in America or in Russia, because in Russia they said that I'm stupid, even though in America I was a straight A student. Yeah, and then I turned 18 and then I was like, you know, fuck school. I'm not gonna be 20 in high school. Why would I do that? I'm gonna get a job, I'm gonna make a lot of money, and I'm gonna, you know, do something with my life. And I did make a lot of money. That's, I hate how that butter looks. I did make a lot of money, and that's how I got back to the States. I did like the whole legal processing and everything. And now the money that I have made is melting so quickly that I'm like, what was even the point?
I'm gonna use my second phone to film this because I feel like this is gonna be pretty aesthetically pleasing.
Nice. Honestly, looking back at how I was and how I thought as a kid, I don't know, when I was 12 I was thinking, oh yeah, at 16 I'm gonna be like the coolest person ever, you know, I'm gonna do stuff with my life. And then at 16 all of that happened, and then at 16 I was like, you know what, by the time I'm 18 or 20 I'm gonna have my shit together. And now I'm 20 and I don't have my shit together. So yeah, I don't know what to do with my life. And honestly, again, it could be because of doom scrolling that I'm thinking that I'm behind everybody. But with the money I made, with the fact that I'm in a healthy relationship and that I'm married and that I'm still alive, I really should be proud of myself. It does get hard sometimes, but you know, I gotta be proud of myself for what I'm doing.
I'll try to add the cookies right now to this. I don't remember if I ever said what we're making. We're making an anthill cake. It's a Russian recipe that I tried during my time in Russia, and it's so good.
Back on the topic of social anxiety, from the age of like 16 to 18, I didn't have any social problems. Like, you know, puberty is over. I don't have that anxiety anymore. Yeah, and I thought that part of life is over, but now I'm 20 and maybe I'm in some kind of, you know, what's the word? Not midlife, but, you know, quarter life crisis. And yeah, my social anxiety has gotten bad again. I don't feel like I'm likable anymore. So, and I don't really know how to work on that except for pushing myself harder and going out and talking to people. A couple of days ago, I went to a language club and I met some people. I was really anxious about like talking and, you know, like giving people my opinion and yeah, stuff like that. But I feel like I did really good for doing that for a first time in a long time. Yeah, but what I wanted to say is for the past 2.5 years, I was hustling, working 2-3 jobs at a time to like scramble up the money and stuff. Because yeah, I moved out of my dad's house the moment I turned 18 because I didn't go to college. So yeah, and for the past 2.5 years, yeah, I was working, so didn't have a lot of time to socialize with people, and honestly, I feel really guilty about that because I have people that care about me, but with my work schedule and with my what's the word? I'm an ambivert, so because I was working so much, my introvert side needed more time, and I feel like I wouldn't say forced, but I kind of, made it out of people's lives without thinking about it too hard. Yeah, and I feel really, what's the word, like sorry, apologetic about that, but at this point, people have moved on with their lives, and I'm like, I'm on a different continent, or like with people who I grew up with, I'm in a different state, really far away, where I can't just come over and talk to people. So yeah, kind of like that. And I don't know. In one way, I feel like I owe people an apology, but in a different way, a lot of people haven't reached out on their own, and then I'm like, what's the point, since they're not reaching out and I'm not reaching out either. Maybe that friendship and stuff like that isn't important to both of us. Although sometimes I still do think about people, and I'm like, oh, I wonder how they're doing, and I'm like, I should probably text and say hi, but then at the same time, I'm like, we haven't talked in 3 years, we haven't talked in 4 years, and yeah, kind of like that.
I feel like the size would be big enough since I'm making a pretty small portion. I'm gonna grab some plastic wrap.
One thing that I really hate about me and doom scrolling is that I don't know how to structure my thoughts. I've said that already at this video, but I kind of lost that ability, and yeah, you know what, that could be another reason why I have the social anxiety, is because I can't structure my thoughts properly.
This is not perfect, but I hope it's gonna do what it has to do. I don't remember if I said that, but if it's too hard, you added too many cookies, you just gotta add some sour cream or Greek yogurt or something to it, and that helps with the texture.
While I'm doing all cooking and stuff, I have a question to ask you guys. I used to use Adobe Rush to film my videos and to edit them, or Premiere, something like that. The thing that I had a subscription to due to my school having a subscription, I don't go to school anymore, so I don't have that to edit my videos anymore. I downloaded some editing app thing for my laptop. I need something that works with Mac, because I have a MacBook. This video, I think I'm still gonna edit on the app, but the problem is it doesn't let you more than 1 minute of a video. So I was editing till 5 a.m. my last video, because I had to cut it by 1 minute and export it, and then cut it by 1 minute again and export it, and kept doing that. So that took a long time. I would rather not do that, but I hate editing on my phone, so I can't use whatever the new Premiere Adobe Rush thing for the phone is. So yeah, your suggestions would be very appreciated.
I think this is gonna be around 2 portions, which is good. I'm making this for me and my roommate. Now I'm going to put this in the freezer for an hour, I think. I think it should be good in an hour.
Honestly, about my roommate, I'm really happy he's not home yet, because I think I talked about it in the last video, but I feel really embarrassed about filming this. But I think again, it does a lot for how I structure my thoughts. So yeah, I don't know if I have anything else to say. Yeah, I'm gonna edit in a part where I flip the cake, add the chocolate to it and stuff like that, but I'm gonna do that in editing. So I think at this point, the video is over. I hope you guys liked me talking about my anxiety issues. Maybe some of you will relate. I hope I'm gonna be able to film videos at least like once a week maybe. But again, I'm gonna do it like based on how I'm feeling, if I have any topics. I'm not gonna force myself because I know if I do, then I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, I hope you guys stick around, subscribe, like the video, comment, I don't know. I'll try to do little clippings and put them into shorts or something like that. Yeah, anyways, till next time, bye bye.